journey will definitely becomes easier. Otherwise, we will remain in delusion. So one thing we should understand that we have to become a seeker. It does not mean that we are not a seeker. The moment you are attending the session and you are learning, obviously you are a seeker. So the master says we should give our mind a proper right direction so that we can reach to the goal. What is the goal? Goal is twofold. One is the end of suffering, and second is awakening to inner peace and happiness. Everyone is a seeker. Every living species is a seeker because every living species wants peace and happiness unconsciously, habitually, instinctively. But as long as we are seeking this peace and happiness, instinctively, impulsively, not possible. Impulsive and instinct by nature will invite suffering, reaction, anxiety, duality, conflict. Why don't you love me? I have been taking care of you. You see the instinct. This is an instinctive behavior, impulsive behavior. I have been taking care of you. Oh, so you have been taking care of me because you were expecting love from me. Not possible. I don't give you. And the problem starts. That is impulsive behavior. And we communicate in our daily life with our friends and relate. I always thought that you are such a good friend, but I realize that you are not. Impulsive behavior. So the master says that we should understand clearly what is real, what is false, and what is unreal. That should be 100% clear. When that is clear, the journey will become clear. Whatever is false, false means false exists in between the real and the unreal. False mean it was present in the past, it is not present now, it is present now, it will not be present in the future. Another way to understand what is false, it appears true, but it is not true. I think I have repeated many a times, the earth is stationary, but it is not. Earth is moving. Whereas water is not, it is false. So how to know it is false? You approach near, examine it, understand it. I love you, you don't love me, examine it. So when I examine what I said, I love you, but you don't love me. Or the same example, I was giving that young guy who's told to me that, I met this girl and in a week I gave her 200%. I said, who told you to give 200% to her? Why you gave 200%? You have been with me for the last 1 year. You don't even give me 50%. The life would have been changed. So my 200% means I'm attached. Attachment means emotional dependence. Emotional dependence means the mind is totally obsessed with an expectation, claiming I gave 200% to her. And within a couple of weeks, they have broken their relationship. And then he was very upset. I said, you have already given 200%. Why you need to get upset? Continue to give 200%. No, she doesn't talk to me. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . That is what happens in our relationship. So once we have understood what is real, what is false and unreal, we come to the three questions that we were discussing. Remember this question. Where is that? What is the goal of life? What is the common desire of all the human beings, all the living species? And what is the end of suffering and permanent happiness? Keep your focus there on these three questions. So once we understand, say what I said, what is the end of the suffering? And that was the third question. What is the end of the suffering and permanent happiness? So the fourth question comes, how do you say what is the end of suffering and what is awakening to permanent peace and happiness? So that comes up to the fourth question. What is the fourth question? Third question, what is the end of the suffering? What is permanent peace and happiness? That simply means moksha, nirvana. There are different names. Salvation, awakening. Fourth question. Okay, then what is the next question? That what is this nirvana? Why you have brought the word nirvana? Nirvana means self-knowledge. What is self-knowledge? Knowing the real self. Knowing who am I. Don't fall prey to people who give you some, who claim that they will give you a mystic experience. So once you recognize and realize who am I, that itself is a mystic experience. I will bless you. And I don't want to go there. Many psychics, claim so many things. Oh, I have seen you. I dreamt about you. Why you dream about me? So pick up the first question again. What is the goal of life? Goal of life. To buy a car is the goal of life, or to use the car to cover a distance. I have a car. I want to go home. Reaching home is the goal. Car is the means. I married to get happiness. No, it will not never happen. Or I divorced to be happy. It will never happen. You have to contemplate, reflect, and you have to give a direction to the mind. What is the goal of life? What are the means of life? Means of life is the wealth. We should work, or we have enough. We should do other work. Life is action. All actions are means to a goal. Do you understand the difference between the means and the goal? I'm hungry. Goal is to meet hunger. Means is the food. We, 99% of the people, make the mistake. Why they make the mistake? Because the society, culture, religion, everything has conditioned us so deeply. Internally, we can be very clear about the goal of life. Let us go a little deeper. Goal of life. Do you want happiness in the morning, not in the afternoon? No, in the afternoon also. In the evening? Yes, in the evening also. Now I'm upset with my honey, so today I don't want happiness with my honey. Is it possible? So my goal of life is to realize, rediscover happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. When? All the time. Do I want happiness today, not tomorrow? No. Tomorrow also, day after tomorrow also. In all the relations, at all the time, at all the locations, in all the situations. That is the goal of life. Peace or happiness, love or wisdom. And there are means to achieve that, achieve the goal. The wealth may be the means, but it is not. Wealth does not contain happiness. Have you seen the dollar, $100 or $20 or $1 bucks? Just look at outside, flip it, find out if there is a peace and happiness are located in them. One day, pick up your honey, and he said, "You stand up, let me see back, front, up, and bottom. Do you contain happiness?" No, if they contain, then it's okay. Why I'm saying that? Because once you start thinking in that line, the impurity of the mind will dissolve, will be removed. Does this house contain happiness? No. Nothing in the world has a property of peace and happiness. Give me an example. Now, my honey loves me so much. Then, if your honey has a property of happiness, everyone will love your honey. You will lose him or her. Do you understand what I said? If any object, one is happy with the coffee, other is happy with the tea. So happiness with the tea and coffee means the coffee contains happiness. This is the unreal. That false we have to get rid of it. That nothing outside, not a single person in the world, including the gods of the religion. Why we go to the religious places? God, give me happiness. Try to get the right knowledge, the proper knowledge. Now, why the master says that you have to be very clear about what is the goal of life. So I said, I want happiness in the morning, in the afternoon, evening, night. When? All the time. Where? In all the locations. With whom? With everyone. What is common in it? Can you find out? I am. I am common. So if I am common, then who am I? So goal of life is to find out who am I. Then only I will be in the state of permanent peace, happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. Now see how the master removes our impurity. He says that because I am seeking peace and happiness since my birth. Now, how do you say? I cry when I was born. So I was seeking happiness if the mom feed me the milk. Unconscious. Isn't it? It happened to all of us. Today, now we may be claiming we are highly intelligent. When we were born, everyone was the same. No one was Bill Gates. We all were the same. Or do you see that you were different? So unconsciously, we were seeking that peace and happiness. We did not know what is peace and happiness, and still, because I want to meet my hunger, hence I started crying. My way of getting happiness was crying. Mom understood. Perhaps that's why we are alive today. That's why we are alive today. So don't get attached to that mom. Yes, you should have a respect for for parents, for the older generation who have carried forward their legacy, they have brought us, that is okay, but no attachment. So come to the main point that because even impulsively we were seeking peace and happiness, now the next question comes that why we were seeking peace and happiness? Because it is our nature. How do you say that? No, well, if your nature is stress and suffering, and you are in stress, you are suffering, then your mind will say, okay, now it's much better because I'm crying, I'm suffering, because suffering is my nature. Nobody wants to get out of their nature. Are you getting it? Nobody wants to get out of their nature. So we have been seeking peace and happiness all the time in all the locations, consciously, unconsciously, habitually. Master says, bring this goal at the conscious level. That is the goal of life. So in the second question, the master says, you should have a conviction. Not only you are searching for permanent peace and happiness, but every living species is looking, searching for peace and happiness, love and wisdom. Every living species. What is the common desire of all the human beings? It is peace and happiness. The tiger in the forest does not attack you to see that you are the food for them. They are threatened. They are threatened. That is why they attack. But if you see them, I was looking at the Discovery Channel, and everyone, all those researchers observed, it is only if you keep a distance, they don't harm you. Rare chances that they are hungry and they did not have a prey. So ultimately we become the prey. A common desire of every living species is peace and happiness. Do you think that your cat and dog loves you? Forget about it. They are seeking peace and happiness. And you have a total control to give them, putting your hand over there. Do you put your hand in the same way to your near and dear ones? No, I have a score to settle. I have a lot of differences. After how many years? After 50 years of my marriage. So that is why the master says, common desire of all the human beings, living species, is nothing but peace and happiness, love and wisdom. So the moment I recognize, my friends, that the common desire is peace and happiness, I'm learning Eastern wisdom, I have a greater responsibility. What is that responsibility? I should not be agitated when I'm talking to honey. Why? Common desire is peace and happiness. My honey, my near and the dear ones are not studying Eastern wisdom. They have not realized the common desire. But now I have realized, I have a conviction. So even if the other is agitated, what is my responsibility? How do I see those people? So those people who hurt me, who are agitated, they are also searching peace and happiness, but their approach is wrong. They are searching peace and happiness by becoming angry, by being agitated, which is not possible. Do you see that? That is your responsibility as a seeker. So what is going to happen now? The honey is agitated and you have a smile on your face. Look at my honey is searching peace and happiness by being angry and agitated. You remain calm. You learn the power of endurance. Do you see that? When your attitude instantly changes, your response changes. That is the power of the knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. Provided we have understood, we have a conviction, and the next moment it is changed. We don't talk of anger management. Anger stems from an intense desire, intense and deeper expectation. My expectations are not fulfilled. That's why I am angry and agitated. For what? For peace and happiness. Now I recognize that peace and happiness are within me. I have no expectations for peace and happiness outside. We have certain expectation for physical relationship, obviously, and for meeting the basic needs of the food and the clothes. It's okay. That expectation is okay. That is not going to create any problem. So second goal, which what is the common desire for all the living species? Once I'm clear about it, my mind is clear, my intellect has a conviction. What will happen? Sometime you may flare up, you may react, but the next moment you will recognize and you will calm down. Because you recognize, oh, no. Anger is, hesitation is, criticism is, blame and complain is. No, that's not the way to discover peace and happiness. I want to be peace and happy at this moment. And you withdraw yourself. People will be amazed and surprised how fast you have withdrawn. We enjoy reacting. After all, I have taken a revenge. Honey, you have been jumping all the way. Today I have taken. So we are living unconsciously. No, honey means anyone, any relations. That needs to be properly understood. That's why we had the second. What is the, okay, the third question, what exactly is the end of suffering and permanent happiness? Or you can say, you always talk of nirvana and the salvation and the moksha. There are many words in different religions. Nirvana seems to be very famous. We talk in Buddhism. They all are the same. Nirvana means end of suffering and permanent happiness. This is one way to say it. I'll pick up in one or two more sessions, but let me tell you. So here the master says, pay attention. So means what you are saying, moksha is, no, you are saying end of suffering and permanent happiness. Okay. So there the master says, pay attention. Direct knowledge of the real self is the way. So what do you mean? There is a direct knowledge and there is an indirect knowledge? Master says yes. What do you mean by direct knowledge? What do you mean by indirect knowledge? Now you see, we resolve all the doubts. So master says indirect knowledge means you are learning from a teacher. The teacher passes on that knowledge that there is a real self which is of the nature of peace and happiness. This is indirect knowledge. And what is the direct knowledge? So what I said, you are the real self. What is direct knowledge? you realize that I'm the real self. That is direct knowledge. Did you get it? Not very deep. So simple. Indirect knowledge means that you are learning from a teacher. First time you understand that peace and happiness are within me. That is my nature. That is the real self. And when this knowledge is realized by you, that is the direct knowledge. Did you understand? Direct and indirect knowledge. Now, as far as when I attend your session, I recognize that I am the real self. And after that, I know how I have to take revenge. Finished. You have lost. I am very happy and calm in the session. Otherwise, I remain disturbed. Where the knowledge has gone. Look at it, the way the master is picking up our mind. Says, no, I will not allow you to go anywhere. I will not allow your mind to be distracted. Did you understand? Indirect knowledge by the teacher, by studying the books, by contemplation and reflection. Direct knowledge, my mind declares that I am the peace and happiness. We are always one step ahead. That guy is so crazy. So I'm already declared that I'm more crazy than others. But we are always shy to declare I'm in peace and happiness. Even when we are in peace, that is the nature of the society, that is the conditioning. We borrowed from our parents, from. I told, how are you? Are you okay? Are you in stress? So people become philosophers. They say, who is not in the stress? Who is not in stress in this world? Come on, I'm not talking about the world. I'm talking about you. Do you see the three questions brings about a change in our mindset, our impulsive nature of the mind? We have to change. If we do not change that, then it will not work, my friend. Then we will not be able to change ourselves at all. It is very important. Yes, let us close your eyes and we will start and we will pick up our journey. I'll pick up all the 10 questions and then so that you will remember all the time, and that will be a better option. Yes, from the next time I'll do that. So eyes are closed, you are adjust and line your body. How you adjust and line your body so that you are comfortable when all the time at present here, at this moment. And we make it easy. We make it easy today. What that making it easy? That you look at the neck joint, be there, feel sensation, comfort, and steadiness. I made it very simple. Last time I made a little deeper. And again, I'm making simple, deeper, higher. Why? So that your mind recognizes, realizes what the master is saying, being comfortable. I am. Otherwise, the mind says, who knows that I'm comfortable in my life? I lived my life. You know that what you say during conversation. So look at the shoulder joints, be there, feel What do you feel? Sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Last time I made you aware, and I believe that you all are aware. When I say moving the mind within is nothing but rise in awareness. When I say move the mind within, does not mean that you start looking inside the body, you start looking at the bone and the blood and the bone marrow and the cells. No, but that is the only language available. So, what I said, look at the entire body, physical. It is a physical awareness. Then you look inside. It is, when I say look inside, that means rise in awareness. You experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. It is not physical, it is subtle. So, how the mind recognizes the subtler levels? When the mind is subtle. So, what happens when the mind is subtle? That is the higher awareness. Don't make it mystical. It is 100% clear. Oh, and then what is there? When I say move further within, that means you see the space. There is an objectless state, emptiness. That is the subtler awareness. How simple it is. And we try to focus in hard work. That is the problem of the mind, my friend. So, looking at the entire body, physical awareness, experiencing sensation, comfort, and steadiness, this is subtle awareness. And then being aware of the space or blankness or darkness is subtler awareness. Whether you see darkness or emptiness or blankness, it is a rise in awareness. If we do not pick up what is this rise in awareness, we become habitual. You may be doing the practice for 20 years without any change. Oh, it's okay. You may blame teacher or teaching. That is not a problem. Oh, so now being carefree, let us go a little deeper into being carefree. What I said, on a highway, there are 3 lanes. On a mental highway, there are 3 lanes. That is also a rise in awareness. What do you mean? Lane 1, unwanted, unwelcome thoughts are coming. They are coming and influencing you, dictating you. You find you are upset while doing the meditation. That is not rise in awareness. No, then what it is? Lane 1, unwanted, unwelcome thoughts. Lane 2, you are observing these thoughts. You are separate from it. That is rise in awareness. The moment you feel you are separate from it, your mind jumps into the lane 3. Why? At present, you declare, you realize that these are simply the thoughts. Thoughts are not me. The way my car is not me. The way my thoughts are not me. My kitchen, my house, but not me. My thought, not me, is the lane number 2, that awareness. So I told you that we have to become a qualified seeker. So we introduce a mantra. Mantra is also a thought. I told you, be very clear. What is mantra? Mantra are syllables, words, and sentences. Oh, so what you're saying? I am saying simple. Instead of unwanted, unwelcome thoughts, we welcome a particular thought that will change the mind. What is that? Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. You say in your mind, it will trigger the brain. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Let everyone be happy. Why everyone should be happy? That is, we are going into the knowledge. Because happiness is their nature. We are not blessing and grace to anyone in the world. We are recognizing that everyone's nature is happiness. What happens to the mind? You will find the unwanted, unwelcome thoughts leaves you. It may happen today, it may not happen, it may happen after a few sessions of regular practice. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve santu niramaya. Let everyone be in the state of well being. Who does not want the state of well being? But what is the benefit? I am saying, I am recognizing that everyone's nature is seeking the state of the well being. Others are seeking outside, I am seeking inside. I will achieve my goal much faster than them with all humility. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Sarve, let everyone be blessed. So, what is the knowledge here? Did I woke up alive? Did I wake up alive today in the morning? Yes, that is a blessing from the existence. Thanks, existence. You still kept me alive. I'm still working in my life. So it is the blessing from the existence, and we always curse the existence every day. What is cursing? The moment I have a blame, complaint, reaction, anger, hesitation in my life, I'm already cursing existence. Oh, I will be extra careful. Yes, I should be. I should be extra careful from this, from today, from this moment. Do you see? I'm still able to breathe. I'm still able to walk. I'm still able to talk. Have you not seen those people who cannot express their feeling? I'm still alive. It only happens due to the grace of the existence. There is no other reason. Even if your honey loves you so dearly, they do not have a power to keep you alive. What to talk of peace and happiness? Ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavi. Ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavi. To remember the first three types of the knowledge, that happiness is essential nature. I remember well-being, and the blessing comes from the existence. All the three together prevents me to live in any kind of misery from today. So, what we did exactly, the unwanted, unwelcome thoughts, we replaced with the second group of the thoughts with understanding and clarity. So, what happens? We rise in awareness. So, we have to keep that state. And mind returns again with its lot of challenges and blame and complaint and past and so we say, okay, let us purify the mind further. You start breathing quick and fast, quick and gentle breathing into the chest from both the nostrils. Continue, continue, continue. And stop this breathing, do nothing. It may appear that we are doing the same step differently. Differently means that sometime I make that step a higher one, which will help you to raise your awareness level. And sometime we go with the same so that your mind settles in that awareness. So you have stopped it. Now look at the head and the neck. So when you look at, again, you see that. So head and the neck, you look at it, it is physical awareness. You will agree with me, physical awareness. So when you keep looking, you find sensation, relaxation, and stillness all around the head and the neck. This is subtle awareness. I told you the entire journey is the rise in awareness until you find the highest state of the consciousness. What is that highest state? That is the real self. So subtle awareness. And now keep looking inside. Inside means you are keep looking. Inside means sensation, relaxation, and stillness. What do you find? You find calmness and quietness. So, to make it very clear, my friends, that you see, that you experience some kind of sensation inside the body. Outside the body is the skin, and inside the body. That is the state of the calmness. And you see an infinite darkness or the space, and that is the state of quietness. So you got it. Look at the right arm, be there. Again, physical awareness. Then what is subtle awareness? Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. That is okay. Then calmness and quietness. Some sensation or any sensation or a freezing or any tingling or any numbness, they are representation of the calmness. At the time being, I will change it. And then left arm. You are aware of the left arm. You are aware of the left arm. Then sensation, relaxation, and stillness, subtle awareness. Calmness and quietness, subtler awareness. That is going to change your mind. You see how many ways I'm making my best to make you understand. Look at the middle portion of the body. Middle portion of the body. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Calmness and quietness. Right leg. So now you already know. Right leg, sensation, relaxation, and stillness, calmness and quietness. Left leg, sensation, relaxation, and stillness, calmness and quietness. You are clear. Entire body, sensation, relaxation, and stillness, calmness and quietness. You just repeat it a couple of times. You're just aware of the entire body. Make sure you are aware of the entire body from the top to the bottom. And then sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Then calmness and quietness. Now, in that state, you're looking at the breath. The breath goes in and comes out. When the breath goes in, drop Shantoham. When the breath comes out, drop Shantoham. Shantoham means I am the peace. Declare, let your mind declare today, once and for all, that I'm the peace. That I am the peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms. Place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. We'll share our experiences now. to progress. That is the only intention. So, how are you, Charlie?
Hello, Garish. I'm good. I'm good. I'm uh, yeah, I'm good.
Yes, yes. Don't say only thrice that you are good. You should say all the time.
Yes.
That is the realization. That
Last
is the correct knowledge.
it was interesting last a couple of days ago something happened which was pretty traumatic and I could feel my normal reaction and I thought no,
Yeah.
getting into anger and upset isn't going to make this work. This isn't going to help. What would Garish do? And I thought, the first thing he would do is he'd laugh. and then I thought, okay, I'm going to lie down and breathe and just say some mantras. So I did something different, and so I feel like okay, I'm getting a different reaction to things. So that's good.
Yeah, you responded. You did not react.
Right. Right.
So we respond only when I live in higher awareness. Those people who react and get angry, they live at the lower awareness. It's very easy to be angry and upset.
Right. Right.
To hold on to that state of the calmness is the challenge.
Yeah. I just saw you chuckling in my head and I thought, okay, so I'm
Very
just
good.
going to laugh. I'm going to laugh first and then I'm going to do something else.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. How are you, Mead?
There. I love the laughter
Ah,
of both of you
good.
coming into this. And that's what I need because I can get very dependent on what's outside, and letting that affect me. But this beautiful inside self and this journey that we're all taking allows me to let go of that dependency on the outside. And then I can laugh too,
Yes.
just like you did. That's beautiful.
Emotional dependence, expectation is there. And that expectations from the society means from the people, from the near and dear ones, from the place, from the condition where peace and happiness is not there.
Yes.
So you simply start thinking that it is not there. Why I am seeking peace and happiness from outside?
Yes.
So that will break the chain reaction of the mind, that very thinking process.
Mm.
And that will help us to rise in awareness.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank
How
you.
are you, Anne?
Oh,
No, you have to unmute. Yes.
All right. Yeah. The beginning, I was a little bit nervous, and then I calmed down.
Very
And
good.
I think the last quarter, I really I fell asleep for some reason.
Interestingly, you were nervous of me?
No.
Then why you are so nervous? So you see, being nervous because of some thought, because of some event,
Yeah,
because of some
right.
situation, and the moment we feel that kind of nervous, I'm also saying you, me. I should think that you simply repeat that sentence. I tell you, the change will come. That no situation outside, no person outside, no time outside is responsible for my suffering and also not for peace and happiness. You simply repeat it. What happens? Your mind unconsciously, habitually goes on repeating, look at this situation. What happened? What is this event? Nothing happens. Fact is that nothing happens. So we have a sense of attachment and a clinging. And that attachment and clinging creates a chain of the thoughts and moves us towards being upset and nervous. That is all for today. Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
will meet again.